Despite this new talk of peace, fighting rages on in the Middle East. After weeks of conflict, some Metro Detroiters no longer want to sit on the sidelines. Local 4's Jeff Vaughn has more tonight on a man heading to Israel, saying he wants to help in any way he can.
Well, the conflict in the Middle East continues for now. One Metro Detroit man has decided it's time for him to go to Israel. Ed Kohl of West Bloomfield is packed. The 67-year-old grandfather will soon be out of the safety of his home and in a war zone.
I'm not worried about being in Israel. I'm doing what has to be done.
Kohl is going to Israel as a non-combat volunteer. He doesn't know where he'll be or what he'll do. But Volunteers of Israel, a local agency organizing the effort, believes Kohl will be used to support troops who are fighting Hezbollah.
I might work on helmets. I might pack rations for the soldiers in the field. I might work on gas masks.
Kohl tells Local 4 when the fighting began in the Middle East, he could not sit idly by. This will be his 5th trip to Israel.
You should never be afraid of doing the right thing.
With his bags packed, Kohl will soon say his goodbyes.
It's important that we show the people of Israel our support.
Kohl, a retired diesel engineer from Chrysler, tells me he hopes to be back here in the United States by the end of August. From the newsroom, Jeff Vaughn, Local 4.
Retired grandfather is leaving his peaceful life behind in West Bloomfield and going to one of the most dangerous regions in the world. He's going to Israel. There he will serve on a military base. Action News reporter Peggy Agar tells us why.
He's seen the trouble on TV and in person. This grandfather of 10 has now packed his bag and will volunteer at an Israeli military base.
What I'll be doing is relieving soldiers to make their life a little more comfortable, or relieving them to do things more important. I may be working on vehicle repair. I may be packing boxes of rations for the soldiers in the field. I may be working on gas masks.
Ed Kohl is a coordinator for Volunteers for Israel. He recruits people to help the Israeli military in times like this.
I've got a couple of 17-year-old girls from Huntington Woods there now. There are 85-year-olds there. I've worked, as you heard, I've worked with a 92-year-old from France.
Ed Kohl has to pay for his own flight to Israel. He did pack this suitcase, but there are no laundry facilities. He'll wear fatigues, and they will have gas masks for him if he needs them.
I'm doing what has to be done, as far as I'm concerned. I'm doing what I need to do.
The retired engineer from Detroit Diesel has worked on engines at the bases in the past, but he says he's not worried about going back to Israel during such a dangerous time.
Should never be worried about doing the right thing.
In West Bloomfield, Peggy Agar, Channel 7 Action News.
And we invite you to stay with Action News for continuing coverage of the Mideast crisis.